Hello, healers and health seekers. It's me, Choda, healing with medical medium information for 3.5 years now. If you want to know all about what I'm healing from, multiple chemical sensitivity, mast cell activation disorder, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, hypothyroid, fibromyalgia, migraines, PCOS, and just honestly, I have a page-long list of diagnoses and conditions, and then I have so many other just symptoms that I've healed from and am healing from. And when I point down here, it's because the links to those and more information about that is in the description box below. But today, I am here to talk about another victory check. And a victory check is where I get to a point in my healing where I realize like, oh, I have overcome that obstacle or healed from that symptom, or I can do something that I haven't been able to do for a really long time. And I like to talk about it. I like to mark those times, and I like to talk about when those things happen because they are important to mark. So, so this one is a victory check that I don't want you to tell my husband about. And you'll see why as I continue to talk. For even before I was deep in a chronic illness and was at my sickest and lost all my function and was living on Couch Island, as medical medium calls it, and which means I could not really get off the sofa, literally. Like I could barely go to the bathroom and I couldn't shower. I definitely could not shower every day. I was lucky to shower once a week, and that was like with great, I had to push myself. I was in a wheelchair. I lost the ability to drive. I really couldn't leave my house because I was allergic to the world, like everything. I lost all that function. But even before that, I suffered with chronic back pain and chronic pain in my body for over 20 years. I went to countless doctors, chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, you name it. You name a healing modality, I tried it for my back. I tried so many things. And nothing could touch the pain. Nothing. I would be crying in chiropractors' offices, like, why, what is this? What is causing this? Why is it so bad? And it was a pain I had lived with for over a decade, and then after the birth of my first son, it got significantly worse. And after the death of my first son, it really, really, really got worse. And nothing could touch it. Nothing could touch it. And it made it so that I couldn't do a lot of activities. There were a lot of things I couldn't do. Like, I couldn't ride a bike anymore. And I could hike, but I couldn't go very far. I couldn't stand for very long. I couldn't walk for very long. Like anything upright caused me just a lot of pain, and it was hard to get comfortable. I couldn't really hold myself upright even in a chair. Like I always needed back support for my back. And I was just struggling all the time. And obviously when I became non-functional, it just went to a whole new level that I thought it was already as bad as it could get, but no, it wasn't. It went to a worse level, and then I feel like it very possibly could have gotten even worse from there. So one of the things I couldn't do, even before I became the sickest that I ever was and lost completely all function, one of the things that I was just not able to do was something like vacuuming, because the motion of sweeping or vacuuming, because of the sort of twisting that goes with it when you move, it would hurt my back so much that it would like throw my back out, and I couldn't do it. So my husband has been the chief, one and only person who vacuums our house for, I mean, so many years. Even before I became non-functional, he was the guy who vacuumed because it would hurt my back, and he knew that, we didn't want to do that. So I've not been able to vacuum a house or anything for, I don't even know how long it's been, to be honest. I don't know. Just many, many years. Possibly a decade. Maybe even more. I don't know. It's been such a long time. And this weekend, in a fit of anger, Remember, I've been eating all raw, and I am cleansing, and I think I had sort of a cleansing episode, and I have been asking my husband and son to please vacuum for like a week. Muffins the Pugwood has been asking to come up in my lap and snuggle, so I'm going to hold her for a little bit. See how long I can hold her. She's a heavy little chunk. But yes, she hasn't been in a video in a while, so only her snorts and snuffles have, but not her little adorable little face. Okay. So I've been asking my husband and son to please vacuum for like a week. My son is not yet in the habit of becoming like a regular, having that regular chore. Like he does help sometimes, but since we've been in here, like he's just not in that habit yet. So I got super frustrated with them on the weekend, and in a fit of anger, I was like, okay, I guess nobody else can be bothered. I'm going to do it myself. And I got up. I started to vacuum. My husband and I even had like a tussle over the vacuum cleaner. He's like, fine, I'll do it. And I was like, nope, I already asked you to so many times and you couldn't be bothered. And he wouldn't do it. The only reason he got up to fight with me about it was that I had gotten up to vacuum. But I was angry, and I was angry. So I angrily vacuumed our space down here. So this bedroom and the bathroom and the hallway, and then like the living area and the little kitchen area. So I angrily vacuumed everything, like the whole thing. But it also kind of made me happy because I've been wanting it vacuumed for a whole week and it just wasn't being done. And I, much to my actual surprise, I was able to do it. And there was a slight amount of soreness because I have been flaring with pain just a little bit, but it didn't hurt the way, I couldn't do it before. It hurt me. And it didn't hurt, and I was able to vacuum the whole thing, and I thought, uh-oh, I'm going to pay for this tomorrow. I didn't pay for it tomorrow. I haven't paid for it. My body was not sore. I was fine. And that is a huge hashtag victory check. Yeah, Muffin says, don't put your arm up. You just snuggle me. No arms moving. Only snuggles, Mama. Only snuggles. Muffins doesn't get enough snuggles anymore because I don't sit on the sofa. I sit in a chair now, and she can't get up in the chair with me, and she doesn't like that. So she doesn't get enough. Like in the RV, she always could sit next to me on the sofa whenever she wanted, but she can't do that in here. Anyway, I had to make a video about it. And I actually have a bunch of other victory check videos that I need to make because there have been other things. And this probably, I don't know, I probably could have tried to do this a lot sooner than this and been able to do it. But we got in that habit of my husband being the one that could do it. And I just didn't even, I don't know, it's like mentally I didn't even think about it. Oh, her head's on my shoulder. It's so cute. So, holy moly. Don't tell my husband, but I can vacuum and I'm not in pain. Hopefully he won't notice. I don't want to have to start being the one to vacuum. I had already decided that was going to be my son's job, and it still is. I wash enough dishes. I don't want to have to vacuum. But it is still a victory check because honestly, a lot of people are chronically ill who are going to understand that even tasks like vacuuming become something you wish you could do when you're chronically ill and you're in pain and you can't do that stuff because, okay, what's going on here? All right, you just need to be on the full, okay. So when you're chronically ill and in pain and you can't do any of those things, it becomes stuff that you really wish you could do. And not being able to do it, you feel, I know I felt like a burden. I felt useless. I felt like I didn't have any value or any purpose, and it hurt my self-esteem, and it hurt my soul, and it hurt my spirit to feel that way about myself and to think that about myself. And then there were times where I just would you hear so many times like you've created this and it's all in your head and all that stuff that you almost start to think like, did I? Like maybe I really am just this lazy. But you start to realize when you're healing, like really realize, no, when I can do something, I do it. Because I'm so grateful to be able to do it. So it's definitely not laziness. Like I want this stuff done and I want to be able to do it. And I think mentally I just hadn't realized that I could do it before this past weekend when I got angry and did it. I mean, that's a really big deal. That is a really big deal, being able to do that stuff. And I know people who are chronically ill and their family is like, oh, you're just lazy. You just don't want to do this. You just don't want to do chores or whatever. And it's like, no, you have no idea what we would give to be able to do a dish or load a dishwasher or vacuum a floor or sweep a floor or mop a floor or clean a bathroom. I mean, I know all the healthy people who take that stuff for granted are thinking, of course you don't want to do it. No, you don't want to do it, but you want to be able to do it. You want to be able to do it. And not being able to do that stuff, it just, it erodes your self-esteem. It chips away at your spirit and your soul. And it just makes you feel like less of a person. And you're not less of a person. I want to tell anybody who might be watching this who's still in that position, who can't do those things. What you are able to physically do in this world does not measure your value as a human being. You have value as a human being no matter what. And I had to learn that, and I had to fight for it, actually, in chronic illness and being chronically ill. I had to fight for it. It was like I found that compassion for myself, and then I had to fight for it in life. And I now don't give that away easily. Sorry, I had to change the battery in my camera. And so Muffins is no longer in my lap. I felt like I had to fight for that. I had to fight for a space in the world and to know that in myself, to have that compassion for myself and to know that I had value despite the fact that I couldn't do anything. And it was definitely a long, hard process, but it just makes me want to tell everybody who might be in that position, even if all you can do is lay in bed and pray to the angels, and all you can do is lay in bed, you have value in this world. Your gifts are many and are numerous, and you matter. And what you are physically capable of doing does not measure your worth at all. Just by you fighting for your own health, it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference in this world. It does. Just by you fighting for your existence and fighting for your right to heal. Because you have a right to heal. So I just wanted to share this victory check video and say that there are victory checks all the time along this healing path, and each one of them, and taking the time to acknowledge each one of them, just gives me the opportunity to be grateful and appreciate how far I have come, and look back and just see how far I have come, because over 20 years of chronic pain, when I started healing on this path and I started using the medical medium information, I never expected that the pain could go away. Never. I just believed fully, wholeheartedly that this was a part of my life and I would always have to live with it. Nothing ever made me think, even in what I read from the medical medium, because my focus was my fatigue, my just inability to do anything. I just wanted to be able to have any kind of energy to do anything, even if all I could do was like wash some dishes or take a shower. Like I just wanted that because I didn't even have that. And so it just didn't occur to me that pain could go away. I wasn't even seeing that as a part of something I could heal. So I've just been floored at not having pain and that regaining more and more function and being able to do things like vacuum the house, and it is such a gift. It is such a gift. I remember being like 5 months in and thinking, if this is all the healing I ever got, I would be so eternally grateful. If this is as much as I ever healed, and I have healed like beyond that, tenfold, 1,000-fold. I don't know how to measure it. There's no way to measure it. Getting function back is everything. It's everything. Being out of pain, 20 plus years of just chronic pain. It doesn't matter what those diagnosis labels are. They don't matter because the pain is gone. The pain is gone. You can say anything you want about my body. The pain is gone. And that's everything. That is everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of my healing journey. If you like this video, give a thumbs up below. You can subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button over there, and you can ding the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post new videos. I have a very inconsistent upload schedule. I try to post as much as I can, but the notification bell is a great way to find out when I post if you want to know. I love you so much, my healers and health seekers. Remember that you can heal. And I wish you so many blessings on your continued healing journey. Stay curious, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.